This year, we are not purchasing any more storage solutions, bins, baskets, cabinet organizers. Chances are, if you need this much storage, instead of buying new storage, you need to evaluate the things that you plan on putting into those bins. So if that thing is not bringing value to you and shoving it away in a closet is the only option that you have for it, and this is kind of excluding like seasonal things like seasonal clothing or, Christmas decorations, things that you don't need out all year. But if you have to buy an excessive amount of storage for your things, then it's time to look at those things and probably get rid of them. They are probably not bringing any tangible value to your life. So instead of purchasing more storage solutions, we should be evaluating our things and downsizing because we probably don't need them. Hey guys, it's Krista. Welcome back to my channel. Here we are in our financial girl era, because if you can't handle $1,000, you will never manifest $100,000. In this video, I'm just going over 15 things that I will not be purchasing this year, and hopefully this inspires you to look at some of the things that you will not be purchasing this year in an effort to be more financially responsible. So the second thing that I will not be purchasing this year are nails. Okay, I would love to be a nail girly. I love the look of nails, but when I look at my own life and the things that I enjoy doing, nails are not conductive to that. I spend a lot of time gardening and building things, and nails just are not it for me. I really wanted to be a nail person, and now I have just accepted the fact that short, clean nails with a layer of clear polish is what works for me. So instead of being envious and trying to figure out how to do press-ons and things like that, I'm just going to embrace the clean nail look. And my drawer full of nail products that I have already spent money on are the only things that I am going to go to when I do occasionally want those fancy nails. Next up on the list is hair salon. So originally I was paying about $150-ish every 6 weeks to get my locks retightened, and this is not in the budget. I do not enjoy redoing my hair myself, but it does save a lot of money over the long run. I was spending this much on my hair every single year, and that is just too much right now when we are working on being financially responsible. I'd rather take that money and invest it into my retirement or invest it into somewhere that is more important for me right now in my life. Maybe in the future or every once in a while, I can go back to getting my hair done professionally. But for now, we will be doing it ourselves. Leisure wear, workout gear is really, really trendy, and being cute in the gym is important to me because it makes me feel better. But I do not need new gym clothes. I do not need new workout gear. When I went through all of my things as part of my no spend year, it opened my eyes for me to see that I have plenty of workout gear. I have plenty of cute outfits that I can already wear to the gym. I have everything I need to be successful in the gym. So this is something that I will actively be avoiding purchasing this year. So the next one's going to be a little difficult for me, but that is houseplants. I have become obsessed with growing things and houseplants, and I have one right here. This is actually a cutting that I got from a friend, so it's free. Yay. So I will not be purchasing any new houseplants. Instead, I'm going to be joining local Facebook groups that do plant swaps, and they offer cuttings and seeds. And I'm going to be more proactive about figuring out how to get my plants for free, especially these ones that are just here because they're pretty. They're not like producing food or anything like that. This one's really going to be a tough one for me because I just love learning about plants and I love like figuring things out and growing plants, but I'm going to make an effort. No, I'm not going to make an effort. I am not going to be purchasing any new houseplants this year. Right along with that is gardening supplies. This is obviously a very personal one to me. I love gardening. I love, again, looking at seeds, figuring out how things grow, and it can become an extremely expensive hobby very, very quickly. I think I spent a couple $1,000s last year on building my new garden, filling it up with dirt, trying to kind of spend the year preparing it for this upcoming season. But I know that I am in a good place and I shouldn't need to purchase anything to make my garden successful. I am going to caveat this with saying that if I find like I'm not prepared for pests or something like that, I will be making an exception to purchase products to solve that. But in general, I will not be buying any new garden supplies. So next up is home decor. As somebody who's on Instagram a lot, not purchasing home decor. And you know what? I'm not even going to not purchase it. I'm not going to look at it. I'm not going to look at home decor. I'm going to unfollow all the home decor accounts that I love. I'm going to log out from Pinterest. These are the things that I have to do because just saying, oh, I'm not going to purchase this, it's actually really difficult when you're still consuming a bunch of content that makes you want to purchase those things. So instead of doing that, I am going to work on making my own things, reusing the things that I already have. But also another big thing I'm going to be doing is downsizing because me and my husband have plans to move to a more expensive area. And that means we will have less space. And that means we need less things to go in the smaller space. So working on downsizing the current home decor instead of purchasing more so I can focus on what I'm going to be doing in my future instead of only thinking about right now. I am a bath person. I love bubble baths, bath bombs, Epsom salts. Love it all. I love taking baths, but I am not going to be purchasing any new bath products this year. I'm going to use up what I have, and then I'm just going to have to take plain old, regular, boring baths. I love getting in the bath and reading and just like hanging out. My husband will come in and like talk to me while I'm chilling in the bathtub, but I'm going to have to cut back on those this year so I can be a little bit more financially responsible and again, focus my money on going into things that are going to affect me in the long term and just instead of things that just provide me instant gratification. Number 9 is books. I have started reading again. This past year, I read 14 books, which is probably more books for all the years combined since I've graduated college. And I have just fell in love with reading. And because of that, I also already own a bunch of books that I have yet to read. So I will not be purchasing any books. And instead, this year, I will be focusing on going through my shelves and seeing what I haven't read yet and getting those marked off my to be read list instead of adding new books on. All right, notebooks, planners, pens, any type of stationery. We are not buying those this year. I like the idea of journals. I like the idea of planners. And when I was in high school and college, planners were really useful because I had so many different classes and I had so many different things to keep track of. But now my days are very consistent. I have things that I have to do for my job and I have YouTube and I don't need an excessive amount of planners to schedule that. I have moved everything over to Notion and I am investing my time learning Notion and learning how to use that as my planner, my journal, my scheduler, because one, a lot less paper waste, and two, Notion is free. The free version works perfectly fine for me. So I'm not spending $10, $20 every couple of weeks telling myself that I need a new notebook or, this one has this pattern on it and it's inspiring. No, Krista, that notebook's going to end up in the recycling bin at the end of the year like they all do. So investing in Notion versus using short-term planning materials and I literally have a stack of notebooks right here on my desk. So this one's going to be hard because I love having notebooks. I love being able to write things down, but I'm just going to use the notebooks that I have more thoughtfully. Okay, next up on our list is a new phone. I have had my current phone for over 3 years and it works perfectly fine. I will be using that phone until I literally cannot use that phone anymore. I've been working on removing social media and other distractions from my phone so I can use my phone as a phone to text and to call people. So I'm not going to be spending another $1,000, $1,500, however much phones cost. I'm not going to be spending that money on a phone. A lot of phone companies allow you to set up like payment plans for your phone, which is a little bit crazy when you think about the fact that you are financing a phone and your last phone probably works just as well as your current phone. So the next time they ask you if you want to upgrade your phone, just hit no. It'll be really hard because they will harass you. I was like constantly, do you want to upgrade your phone? Getting calls, do you want to upgrade your phone? You're ready to upgrade your phone. Notifications on my phone. No, I don't want to upgrade my phone because it works just fine. The camera works great. I promise you, you do not need to upgrade your phone because the camera works better. The camera on your current phone works perfectly fine unless you like have physically like broken it. But investing in a actual camera instead of a phone would probably be a better use of your money anyways, if that is one of the big reasons that you are upgrading your phone. My camera costs $3,000 and I have been using it for the past 4 years and it works perfectly fine. My phone is a phone, and if I want to use my phone for other things, I can invest in those other things that will last longer and for that purpose other than a phone. All right, no new shoes this year. No new shoes. Again, this is something that became obvious to me when I did my no spend year inventory of everything I own. I have a lot of freaking shoes, and a lot of them I haven't even worn. So the shoes that I currently have, figuring out what to wear them, figuring out what outfits I can wear them with, and actually wearing them. Something isn't useful if it's just sitting in your closet not being used. If it's for a special occasion, then it should be being worn on that special occasion. And if that special occasion isn't real, then you probably shouldn't own that in the first place. So no new shoes for me this year. I'm going to wear the shoes that I have, and I know trends come and go. So fortunately, I have some shoes that I've been loving for years, and I think this year is also an opportunity to look at what type of shoes do I actually like. Because even though I own a lot of shoes, there's probably a reason that I'm wearing the same ones over and over again and other ones never get used. So having some insight into my own personal preferences when I am starting to purchase new items again next year or in the future sometime, I can actually consciously think about if this purchase of these shoes is going to be valuable to me, if they're actually going to get worn, or if they're just going to be cute and sit in my closet and gather dust. All right, next up, we have hair accessories. Last year, like scrunchies, extra large scrunchies, bows were super, super popular, and I bought all of that, and I don't use any of that. I use plain old rubber bands and bobby pins on my hair a majority of the time. So I will not be investing in any hair accessories because I'm taking a look at myself and saying, what am I actually using and what is gathering dust, just like my shoes. And instead of buying things that are popular or because they're cute, we're looking at purchasing things that will actually have use and value in our lives. And I know that hair accessories do not add any value into my life. So if they're not plain black rubber bands or bobby pins, I will not be purchasing them. Number 14 on our list is apps. I spent, I want to say like $150 purchasing apps last year. Meditation apps, workout apps, all types of subscriptions to apps. And I did not use them enough to justify purchasing them. Now, I will say I did purchase one app. That I actually like. It's already good for the year. But that was an app that tracks my mood, and I decided to purchase it because I was actively using it every single day. But the other apps, the fitness apps, the meditation apps, I was not using those. I like the idea of using them, but I wasn't using them enough to justify the purchase. I can just go online and get the few things that I was actually using for free. All right, last up for me is maybe not out of left field if you've been watching my last couple of videos, but that is tools. I'm not going to be purchasing any tools this coming year because I don't need them. Everything I want to make, everything I want to build, I'm sure I have the tools to use it. And if there's some type of specialty tool that I need, I'm going to rent it instead of purchasing it. So those are the 15 things that I will not be purchasing this year. I hope this gave you some insight into maybe some things that you can either cut back or not purchase at all this year. As a bonus, number 16, I will not be purchasing clothes. I'm going to be working on repurposing the clothes that I have. So either altering them, making them into something new. Fortunately for me, I know how to sew. I've been sewing for 15 years now. So I have the ability to do that. But if you don't know how to sew, or if you don't want to invest in a sewing machine, taking the clothes that you already own and doing basic DIYs and alterations to them to make them into something new that you would actually wear is a huge opportunity to save money, especially if you had a problem with impulse buying like I did, and now you own quite a few clothes that you actually are never going to wear. Using those and turning them into something fresh, something new, something that you can actually use, whether that is the same thing or maybe it's something completely different. Maybe you can turn them into towels or household items or something else to repurpose them so they actually get used instead of just cluttering up your closet. If you enjoyed this video, remember to subscribe to my channel. I post every single Thursday and sometimes bonus videos on other days of the week. I really would like to get to 100 subscribers. So hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell to see when I'm going to post next, and I will see you in the next one.